Things are happening in China that you would not believe. Things are happening that you would not believe. I have a story, folks. I have a story to tell. We're playing Marowak for an amazing reason. Today, we're playing a Marowak gaming session for an incredible reason. I recently went to a Chinese theater. The Odyssey film recently released here. We watched it on release night at a very late screening. It was 10 p.m. And in the theater, to pass the time as I was waiting for the screening to begin, I looked around the surrounding area, and what did I find? I found a gacha machine. Which, you know, one of those machines that has various toys and you get one via random chance. You know, that old chestnut. They were all counterfeit toys of various intellectual properties. Some sort of knockoffs, like a knockoff Labubu that is similar to a Labubu but slightly different. And then they had this one. See, attached image. Pokemon. And my eyes lit up and I said, look at what they've done. Look at this gacha machine. One of the things I can possibly get is Charmander, who is also a Gundam Transformer helmet, with a gun. He's got a gun and he's a Transformer and he's Charmander. What is his facial expression? They also had a Pikachu with the very same, but with a different mech helmet and very angry. Also featured here are Samurai Psyduck, it would seem, and I don't know what's going on with Squirtle there. He's a construction worker or like a warrior. And I said I have to get it. And look also at the fact that in the background they have Mario iconography with the, you know, the plus blocks and such. But then there's just a Pac-Man ghost. They're very maximalist. Also, what's going on with the scenery inside the gacha machine? Why do they just have like a random oil barrel and barbed wire? What are they doing? This is an absurdist masterpiece. So I said, okay, I must do it. I must scan the QR code and get this gacha machine. Folks, you'll notice that one of the possible options here is just a Bulbasaur with no costume on, and also a Cubone with no costume on. 30 RMB this costs, which, you know, imagine this costing $30 for a little freak. And do you know what I get from the Chinese gacha machine, which had... All I wanted in the world was this Charmander, with the absurd Charmander with a robot helmet and a gun. Looking freakazoid-ish. I just got the regular old Cubone with nothing funny about it. It's just a normal Cubone. They just gave me a normal Cubone, damn them. This is what you give me? This is after I've spent 30 RMB. This is how they get you, by the way. I think most of the gacha machine is probably the regular ones. So that you play again and go for the rare Squirtle. And that's how they get you addicted to gambling. And I said, no, I will just accept my Cubone. I will accept my Cubone and that'll be that. Thank you. Thank you. Cubone is enough for me. And that's why today it's Marowak Monday, because I gotta appreciate this. I gotta appreciate this Cubone somehow. Damn you. If it would have been so funny if I got the mech Charmander, but I guess in a way it's funnier that I got just a normal guy. I just got a normal guy. Why do they even put that in the machine? Make it like a Cubone that's a ninja or something. Make it funny. Spider-Man Cubone. Okay, I've seen machines with Spider-Man Labubu, and I want that. And if you have normal Labubu in there, it's a disappointment. It's a disappointment to me. I don't value that at all. That's freakazoidish. Sorry, I'm overusing the word freakazoid right now. Asynchronous chat, hello. Whoa, crazy. I agree that it's crazy, chatter. I agree. What they've done to me is absurd. I punch, and I punch, and I punch. So here we are with Hariyama Marowak Gaming. And I feel within me a sense of dread. Dread piles up. Dread occurs. And when you feel dread, you have to ignore it and push it deep down and never acknowledge it. You have to never acknowledge the dread you're feeling. Otherwise, it will consume you. Okay. I feel as if Against unrevealed Jirachi in this scenario, I should go to Starmie. Because I think that if they select an attack, it will not be something that defeats Starmie, and then I can threaten Thunderwave. Okay, so clearly they are suggesting that they can go to Claydol and heal it back. I'll throw out a Surf in the event that this happens. To Thunderwave into that Claydol would be folly if it does happen that way. Alright, they've done that, and I think that I can get a T-Wave because they don't seem to believe that I am, you know, fake gamer. They don't seem to believe that I'm fake gamer. Good sentence, Jim. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, person I made up in my head. Thank you. Hello to Rat Chef. Hello. Net damage on the Sif. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to go first to Salamence. I think they're going to click something that will try to hit Yama and not click a rock move. Indeed. Smart. I also have great news. For some of you, it would be terrible news. But for me, it's amazing news. The watermelon store went out of business. They went out of business. It's an empty store. I looked across the road. There was no... I said, where's that... Shigua, where is that? I'm used to waking that up like the crow of the cuckoo in the morning. The hen's crow. Look across the road. It's... Used to have like a green and red Chinese sign. Probably said watermelons. There's nothing there. It's blank. Best news I've heard all week. Amazing. I can finally have peace. I can finally use the latter half of this Chinese apartment without the terrible, terrible dread of a looping piece of audio. Which is, by the way, a torture method. They loop the same audio and force you to listen to it as a method of torture, I think. Just the daily occurrence. And you might say, Jimothy, why didn't you just be an angel investor and keep the watermelon store afloat single-handedly? Why didn't you devote half of your life savings to pay the rent of the watermelon store and to keep them in profit and all that? Jimothy, what's wrong with you? How could you do this? No, man, it's their fault. Okay, if they're going to piss off half the street, that's... Their local customer base is the street, right? If you're going to piss them all off with a loudspeaker and no one wants to go to your store, eventually you will not sell enough fruit to stay afloat and you will have to close the business down because it will cost more in rent than you make in profit, man. That's the way of the world. You should have been smarter and kinder. If they were kind-hearted, they would still be in business. If they were kind-hearted and altruistic, they would be thriving. Instead, they infuriated the people that they needed to, not the potential customers. And that's... And what would you have me do? Keep them afloat so they can keep pissing me off and no one else buys their watermelons except me who's keeping them afloat with the donations? Why don't you do it? You donate to the... You send them your... You keep them afloat then. If you're going to complain to me, straw man, that I didn't do enough to help the watermelon vendor. That I didn't help them. By the way, this has happened twice in that same store. Before this watermelon store, it was a nut shop. They sold peanuts and walnuts and such. Also had a massive speaker out the front. This was not even a megaphone, it was a speaker that looped the same thing every day for 8 hours or more. Sometimes it went late into the night. I still remember what it sounds like. It was like, I have it etched into my brain. That's taking up valuable brain real estate because this guy thought it would sell his nuts like 3% more if he blasted a speaker. Actually, it just pissed off the whole street. People routinely came to him and said, hey, can you turn this speaker off? It's loud as hell. And he would get into fight. He would get into fights with people and say, no, I will not. I will not turn off. People called the police on him. They called the police on this guy and said, hey, turn the freaking speaker down. It's literally breaking the law. The police come. He turns off the speaker. As soon as the police go around the corner, he turns it back on. Oh, the police are out of sight. I'm turning the thing back on. I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. I'm being a fool. Why am I doing this with my Jirachi? Doesn't seem smart. Doesn't seem very smart to do this. Chatters will hate me. Okay. I might have to tank Pyro on this Jirachi. Now you guys are going to be big fans of the nut salesman from, like, last year. You're going to love him. Even though he was a very aggressive man, he was very annoying and the whole street hated his guts. And they called the police on him routinely. And he just kept playing the stupid loop of how nuts are on sale. And he would never relent. He never relented. That freakazoid. So... Chatters hate me, they hate me. Chatters hate my guts, they want me to suffer. My suffering is your entertainment, is it? My suffering is your triumph. You celebrate as I suffer, huh? You love... Why don't I go outside your house and start selling lemonade? And blast a loudspeaker that says lemonade is $2 each. It doesn't even matter how affordable the lemonade is. The problem is the noise, man. You guys love a guy that makes a lot of noise outside your house until you're the one who's suffering. Until you're the one who has to bear the brunt of the terrible fate. And then... That's when it's... It's not even a good business strategy is the worst part. That's the worst part of it all, is that it's literally harming their business. And there's no benefit to it. It's actually detrimental to their sales because the customers are not happy about it. Okay. It's time to be quiet, because I also get a lot of comments that say I talk too much about the watermelon man, but I'm responding to people who are defending him. I'm responding to you. You're being upset that I'm responding. No matter what I say, you're upset. Straw person. Okay, straw person, what? No matter what I speak about, I could speak about sunshine and rainbows, and you'd be the sunshine and rainbows hater. You're a sunshine and rainbows... You're just the sunshine and rainbows killed my father. Okay. Yeah. My life is nothing but suffering. Walter White, says chatter. What? And in what context do you say that? Now here's the Marowak of my dreams. Do they have a ground immune as the final? We'll find out. Earthquake presently is destroying absolutely everything on team. This will do good damage. That'll, in fact, kill the Swampert with a critical hit. Insane. Absurd. Okay. You reckon this Suicune has Ice Beam? Suppose we can find out. This could be a problem. I should check for it. It does have Ice Beam. Okay. Good to know. Great news. For some fools. Great news for buffoons. I click Recover. I think they're going to click Slammin' to try and stop the whack from coming in. This is my present opinion. Anyone else watching in 1991? Anything noteworthy happened in 1991 or nah? They forfeited. Beautiful. Beautiful gaming. What happened in 1991? They released Goodfellas? No. No, they didn't. That was later. 1991, nothing good happened then. It was a year of turmoil. Little good could come from 1991. Chatters want me dead. They want me gone. Me and the chat are at odds with each other all the time. We're at odds with each other all the time, we are. I'll get all of you. No, I won't. I value my viewers. I value them. My viewers are my lifeblood. My viewers sustain me. My viewers are truly about as valued as ever. And we've just received a 5-star review of me as a person. I have received 5 stars from a shark. They said I'm auspicious. This is incredible news. Thank you for saying so. Thank you. Finally someone who supports me and does not hate me. Finally. I've been waiting. I've been waiting and waiting. Do you think a -1 rock slide is a problem? No. I'm built differently. I'm built differently and my Salamence is superior to others. And I take things in stride like that. You can't stop me and you can't kill me. Lest you make me stronger. Do you think they will toxic and enable guts on my Hariyama gym? No. No. I'm into gym. I thought the Odyssey film was pretty good, folks. Thought the Odyssey film was quite fun. I would like to say comments about it, but I realized that I would be spoiling a recently released film of major plot points, and so I would not do that. I would not. Maybe that's a fridge episode or something. I could speak about Odyssey, or I could just not. I could just leave that to my own self. I could just secretly have thoughts about the Odyssey that no one else is privy to, and then that could be smart. Okay, Milo's Celebi could be Swords Dance past Celebi based on the scenario. And in that case, what would be my best bet? Hariyama? Because Swords Dance past Celebi would not have Psychic, I don't think. And maybe I could live one. It's crazy, I'm gonna go Hariyama. And they could just... it's Calm Mind Pass. Well, that is horrible. I was thinking it was Swords Dance Pass. Since Medi was there, which is a physical attacker. Well, this is horrid. This is the folly of this team, is that there's no phasing on it. Let's just go for it now. They have Psychic. Terrible. Dreadful news. Dreadful news. Maybe they're just like offensive Celebi non-button pass. That would make a lot of sense. That would make a lick of sense. It would. It would make sense. I think this is a horrendous matchup for me, honestly. Perhaps I just go here and slam the guy. At least if they're parried, they would be inclined to exit the premises. And I'm just hoping they're not BP to something. If they BP, they will get parried. So that, I suppose, is noteworthy. Didn't even get the para. It's a disaster. It's a problem. Swampert Sif. I'm gonna click Slam because I have the safety net of the Wish. Are they furry? Alright. Well, clearly I'm threatening Fire Punch very, very obviously. But how much do they care about that basketball that they are? I got a 1-star review from Evil Cat. Hey. I was just saying you guys were kind to me. Now you're giving me a 1-star review? Where is Mahjong Monday? I told you, Mahjong's a stupid game. It rewards blind luck and nothing else. I'm beyond convinced at this point. My play was superior, my prep was superior, and yet you see what Pawpaw did to me? Pawpaw just was an absolute lucker. How could she get Zimor? How could she get Zimor 3 times in a row? It's not fair. My prep was superior. I was better. My tiles were superior, my play was superior, my games were superior. Hi, Jim. It wasn't your fault. There really wasn't anything you could do. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking, is that I was virtuous in Mahjong. And it was not my fault. And that I'm better than other people at Mahjong, but they try to malign me and they hate me. They hate me because I tell them the truth. That's the worst part. Double to furry, huh? Disaster for me. That's a disaster? Terrible news. Okay. Good move there. We didn't lose the Starmie. Starmie remains alive. Do you think this is like Patrick Swampert? Like Patrick Antonius type Swampert, you know? By that I mean Endeavor Swampert. I give the video 4 rats out of cheese. Alright, well that's interesting, because... See, this is a metric I can't really understand. Is the rat the good one or the cheese? It's like, the cheese is emblematic of empty space, the lack of a rating. But I would think cheese is actually good, and rats are also... Sometimes they're bad, they can spread the black plague, but sometimes they can cook ratatouille. So it's a mixed... So the 4 rats are like 50-50, and then the cheese is sort of unabashedly good, unless it's infected with food poisoning or something, but I don't think it is. I believe in that the cheese is okay. Earthquake Toxic they have selected. I have to be very careful. The Celebi is currently the biggest threat to me. The Celebi is problematic beyond reproach. I think last is just an attack. It's probably Giga Drain. I think I have to select Toxic. They actually do good work with... They do good work here. With all that they do. I'm gonna have to get the spin. And I believe if they go Celebi, I'll T-Wave it to apply pressure. Aha, they doubled the Medi. Which does sort of gets me. They will not allow me to spin anytime soon. Shadow Ball Sif. Maybe, you know, they don't probably have Rock Slide because of all that's happened. I don't think they have Rock Slide, so Salamence should just destroy Medi. Sub, Brick Break, Shadow Ball, Punch is probably the set. You gotta have Punch if you're sub. That just has to happen. Okay, and now we get the spin. That's gonna take some heat off. They probably go Celebi right here. No, they go Jolteon. They go to Jolteon. Intrigue through the roof, man. Intrigue is off the charts with a Jolteon in. Okay. I'm gonna go Celeb. Alright. They could sub-pass to the Celebi, which is actually just about as disastrous as I can imagine anything being. I think that's what they're doing. I'm gonna go Jirachi to preempt it. Okay, I can farm health here, at least. We can farm health. I will click Fire Punch, because my chief concern is that they BP to Celebi on... I'm representing a Protect turn, so I think they may BP to Celebi right now. Oh yes, they go Medi. I think this will still break sub, but I don't know. Yeah, it did. Okay, beautiful. We've healed Jirachi. We've averted a bit of a crisis. The Celebi is still my chief concern in this entire world. I have great concern for that. Now, Wish could be valued here because it would allow an entry point for something good. I think I'll just click Toxic, actually. That's fine. It probably is Refresh. This one. I don't know. I think Marowak is slower than Milo. I believe that's true. And so, I must be very, very careful. I must be as careful as I can be. In comes Medi. They're very keen on this Medi attempting to get value, but I actually think I deal with the Medi very easily. The Medi's no problem. My concern is the Celebi. Is my greatest adversary right now. Let me just find the Jolteon whose HP... Okay, it could be Grass or Ice then, we don't know. That's important info. Whatever the HP type this is will inform my later decision making. What is the asynchronous chat saying about such a scenario? Jim, I want to see you clip through a wall in DK64. Oh. Why would you want me to glitch the game and be dishonorable like that with glitches? That would just ruin the... That would ruin the fabric of the game. I think it would. Slam is the correct choice here. I think it's HP Ice would be my guess, but we don't know. We should be careful. If it's HP Grass, my Celebi walls the guy cleanly. It probably still does wall the guy. But problem with Celebi is that I'm in other Celebi, and other Celebi beats my Celebi. We did not actually power the Swampert. Okay. We didn't. I take my chip heal here. I think it could be relevant. 6% heal. I rate this video 3 and a slightly waning moon out of 5 moons, Jim. You rate me a moon. To rate me a moon means that I'm like a lunatic. It means that I'm a raving lunatic. I think that's what it means. I think something tells me to Fire Punch here because I think that they will Toxic on my Celebi entry or that they will exit somewhere that threatens Celebi. But I don't know if I'm being a freaking moron. I'm gonna try it. They did Toxic and I got a burn against the Swampert, which is enormous. The goddess Athena has rewarded me for my wisdom on that click. It was an astute choice. It was astute. The stories will remember it. They will remember it. To go Celebi is to invite in enemy Celebi and create disaster. To go Celebi is to invite in enemy Celebi and create a disaster for myself. Maybe this Milo doesn't have Refresh. It would make sense on the team to have a more aggressive Milo. They've never clicked Refresh, and they've had opportunities to do so. Maybe they do. Yeah, well, they do. They do. Okay. Well, I can handle this Celebi if I bring Jirachi straight in as it comes in. I think that handles it. And the selection will be Slam. They have HP Fire. I can bring Marowak in on an HP Fire, live, and then threaten HP Bug for Lethal Force. Is that worthwhile? I will. They Carmined it again. Okay. And I'll just click HP Bug. Okay, we actually eliminated the damn Celebi. Wow. I didn't think they would let me do that. I guess they weren't thinking about HP Bug. They thought I had Quake Slide or something. And I was going for a Hail Mary. No, I was actually not going for a Hail Mary. I was going for a astute gaming. I was going for an astute point of gaming. Now Celebi should absolutely carry. There's enemy Celebi's gone. And so there's no stopping me from just selecting Leech Seed and achieving essentially infinite value. Surf, Refresh, Ice Beam, Recover. No Toxic on this. That means that I can go to Starmie against this then. For whatever that's worth. I will HP Grass. Salamence answers this very cleanly. I'll just select Toxic. In case they go Jolt or something. Even if they sub here, there's very little value in a thing like that. This is taking burn damage. This is nothing to me. I'll go Starmie against this, because I think preserving Celebi HP could be valued. Maybe I get defeated by like Ice Beam, Freeze, HP Ice, Ice Beam on Swamp, but things like this. Okay, now I will go Celebi on this turn, and oh, they went for Mirror Coat. That was a cool play. I didn't click Surf though. Cool play though. I like this set. That's funny. Well, I'm gonna. I actually think HP Grass is the click, because it bypasses Mirror Coat. And, okay, you've gone straight Jolt. This would signify to me that you have HP Ice, and so why would I not go to Jirachi? Surely a Slam just breaks this sub cleanly. Suppose I could get beaten by Thunderbolt Para. That could get me. I'll just wish to be safe here. Crit would now end me, so I'll protect. They did play around it, sort of, but I think even still I'm fine. Yeah, I mean, I literally wall this unless it hits me with an Ice Beam Freeze. Surf crit. I'll actually conserve Protect PP right there by doing that. And now we know that Starmie sort of walls this, but like, whatever. Nice commentary, Jim. Celebi forces the issue against it a bit more, and it's got Ice Beam. It's got Natural Cure anyway. If it were to come to a standoff. I think I will select Psychic. Okay, Recover is the move. Certainly. We'll get Frozen, but it doesn't really matter. If we get Frozen here, it's bad. A little cat in the comment chat section says that they were anticipating this. Oh. You were anticipating Marowak Monday? Were you anticipating that I would fail to get the Ancient Charmander and that I would instead get regular old Cubone? You anticipated that one? You should have told me, because I would have saved my 30 RMB then. I would have saved my 30 RMB. I would have not done it. I would have done otherwise. I would have been smarter. GG to opponent. And I game again. This music has a sinister aura. It's like I'm venturing into the depths of my own soul or something like that. Now, 1500 opponent could stay turn 1 versus the Yama, playing around knockoff. I'll just knock off anyway, though. Oh, enormous knockoff. We knocked off Gengwei, ni hao. Doibuchi. Neither Xiaopingguo. Ni meo Xiaopingguo. Ni meo. Doibuchi. I'm saying, sorry, Gengar, I knocked off your little apple, and you have no apple anymore. That's what I was saying. Probably sounded far worse than my English translation of the broken Chinese. Probably sounded a lot worse in reality. Okay. I think my instinct tells me to go Jirachi here to play around and explode. They go to Tyrannosif. Now, this is tough. Tyrannosif unrevealed could be 30 different things. I'll probably just go Yama. They could punch me. They Quake crit. Oh dear, that's bad. Well, I could try to wish up this Yama. Is this band damage? Because that was a lot of damage. My Yama should be pretty bulky. What sort of Yama am I? Good defense? Actually, I'm not actually that bulky of a Yama. Got a bit of defense. This Tyrannosif Earthquake crit. Okay, no, that's just... Earthquake crit may have killed me, in fact, if it was banded. Well, now I certainly am dead. Try this. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell? The Showdown was all glitched out there, man. Oh, that was crazy. Okay, Protect is the move. I revealed my Salamence a little bit, but the Sand Chip is ever valuable, I would say. The Sand Chip is valued as ever. Now. Ah, crap. That was stupid. That was dumb. They got me there. And my Jirachi's burn. It's a bit of a disaster. Is it even valuable to para that? I don't think so. I'll just bring in Celebi because Leech Seed is a good click versus all. And so I will. Damn, that was a throw for no real reason. I could have just gone Celebi. But I would have taken a lot from Ice Punch, to be fair to myself. I would have. Taken a lot from Ice Punch. What's up with Showdown? It's freaking out. It's going crazy. It's going crazy mode. Okay. I almost want to go Yama here just because it's going to be difficult for me to wish it up ever. And... they could peck it, but we'll see if they have peck. Yeah, we have some healing. I guess they could just go Gengar here. It would be a totally astute move from opponent. That would be completely astute of a move. There'd be little recourse against a thing like that. Should I just click knockoff again? Just to chip Gengar a bit at the very least. Like 5% chip is not nothing. And if they go, say, Skarm, it's still valued. Well, now Jirachi's a pretty good switch in on Gengar, still. I take minimal damage and I can't be burned twice, can I? It's rough that I'm taking the layer, though. That's tough. That's a toughie. But I would venture for a Jirachi switch. You think they got taunt? It's very possible. I'll play around it. Actual astute move by Jim. I feel they're giving me good luck when I make an astute move, it seems. That's Athena's blessing. Whenever I correctly identify the opponent's move, like they would taunt there, they give me the crit to say, good job, mate. You did it. That was good. Gengwei now dead. But my Jirachi's burned, but now I can spin. And spinning is valuable and virtuous. Oh, Starmie is actually an issue. To be completely honest. I think I see a potential line. Jirachi, I would say, is for the birds. It's taunted and burned right now. It's taking a layer next time. When can we heal it up? So what I'm thinking is we body slam, para this Starmie. Did not get the para, which is a real disaster. I was going to say we can at least wish the Yama back up and then threaten it with Marowak, but no para there is a real problem. But I can't really complain because I did just get a Fire Punch crit, which was pretty relevant. ending the Gingway. And so it begins. I could save this as a sack, which could actually be huge for Jim. And so I think they're clicking T-Bolt for accuracy. They could actually click Ice Beam would be the best click, because it would cover Celebi. Maybe I will not F about, and I will instead just sack Jirachi. They did click Ice Beam, so thank goodness I didn't go Celebi and try to be cute with it. When that would have been... It would have been turmoil for me. It would have been curtains. Okay, a bit of a toughie now. This Starmie's going to be a threat, but at the very least... we know we can spin with Starmie eventually. Now, why don't we see if they just let me get the HP Grass through? Okay, that's huge. That was your biggest threat to me, and I just eliminated it. I think it's a very worthwhile trade I just made. Right here... I think I just attack the Sif. Another option is Leech Seed. It could miss, though. If I attack the Sif... Could you just go Marowak and get the job done? I think it's... The crit did to my Yama. I don't have enough time to check. It was a bit more than 73, so I think it's Adamant Sif. So Adamant... Very quickly calc this. We don't have time. It was Marowak. Yeah, +1 Earthquake. This got crit in the calc still. I will go to Marowak. HP Bug crit that was. If I can wish up Yama, I have a way to wall Sif in future. I'm gonna just click Earthquake. I don't know. It could obviously go Scum, of course. I could punch it. It might be BKC Tar. That would be slower than me, actually. Maybe I do punch. Okay, Enormous Punch. Although Earthquake would have been good damage too. Is Earthquake more? Earthquake is the same, I think. Well, surely you just click the attack while you're here. I have 20 seconds on the clock. I've got to be careful. Are they going Scum? If they go Scum, I think, punch them. So we chip that a lot. I will take the opportunity to spin while I am here. There's no other ghost, unless it's Misdreavus last, or Haunter. Blissey Sif. Alright. So true. And so smart and so valid. I could easily have Thunderbolt as an issue, but I'll just T-Wave the guy anyway. Fire Blast. Okay, it does not. It was trying to catch my Celebi coming in. I think it's the... who's the fella? UD set. I think it's the UD Blissey set with Speed and Fire Blast. They got Fire Blast Burn. That's terrible. The hell? That's bad. That's no good at all. That's really quite a problem. Throw out one Recover. To T-Wave this guy's good. Well, it's awkward, is it not? It's awkward. Awkwardness abound here. Awkwardness is through the roof. I gotta get out of here and not be burned any longer. It must be done. And actually, Swampert could be faster than Yama. So could Blissey. Do you think they'll Peck is so possible. They have Toxic. No, I actually think it's Toxic Scam based on the fact that they don't have Toxic elsewhere. They might have it on Blissey. Could be a huge throw here. Oh, we got the Guts Punch. Okay, that's big damage, of course. Obviously. There's no other play but to Brick Break. This Yama is dead. This Yama's death warrant has been signed by Hades himself. And nothing loves coming in on this, do they? Actually, why don't you punch? You know that it can't stop you. Stop a punch. There's no attack. Punch is objectively correct there. Alright, so now Swampert is in. We just got to get through this Freakazoid Sif. We got to get through the Freakazoid Sif. And by that I mean the Stomp, well literally the Freakazoid Sif, the Tyranitar. We could Toxic it. We could Surf and HP Grass. I think I would be inclined for a spin. Honestly, I think actually I recover here. I think they protect first. Huge that's honestly huge. That's huge. That's massive. That's massive. We get the permanent spin. The Blissey's actually a problem now that I think about it. The play might be we stall Fire Blasts. That might be the best play we have. They do have Toxic on it. Do you think I live one Fire Blast on a Celebi? I don't know. They got full parried. That just might have won me the whole game. To be honest, quite likely though, full para plus miss. But that was a real Hail Mary. We can be honest and say so. Okay, I'm gonna spam HP Grass because any exit hates HP Grass. Sif in. And indeed they do HP Grass. I'm gonna go Salamence on this. They could catch me. They didn't catch me. Toxic will ensure your destruction if you allow it. You allowed it. Your destruction is imminent. Your destruction is coming. You are nobody's Sif. Okay, well. Have they got Ice Beam? Okay, this guy could still be a problem for me. I think going Starmie and T-waving the guy makes perfect sense. I'm going to Celebi right now. The Ice Beam that time. It's okay. We have the Recover Loop. The Fire Blast miss chance is enormous. They failed to get 2 Fire Blasts through. Fire Blast PP stall is a genuine plan right now. Sort of a crazy world where Blissey is my biggest threat. Okay, that Fire Blast before would have certainly ended me. I think I just recover. Swampert is in. It can chip heal here. And it likely will just try to okay, I actually KO'd Swampert. I didn't expect that. Sif in. And, well, I'm going for it all. Yes, I thought they would do that. I thought they would do that. They try to Rock Slide the Salamence. And that probably just won me the whole battle there, folks. That got me. That's done it. I have done it. With that old maneuver. Because Sif is now in lethal range. It's taking poison. They're going to write stories about things like this. They'll write stories. Are they going to do it again? No. And if you... I'm going to click Toxic, because if you stay and attack me, you die. And... that's checkmate. As we Leech Seed you. I guess you could still win with, like, crits. And maybe you'd deserve it. Maybe you would deserve it after all this. After some poor fortune. You did actually get a crit. Holy crap. Wait. And I did deserve it too. I deserved it kind of. Oh, that's crazy. They got the crit. I was thinking I'd go Starmie to cover this. Maybe I should have. Yeah, the crit one shots. Yeah, why wouldn't I go Starmie? Damn, man. Then they beat me with Toxic here. Does Surf... I could get a crit. What's the best play here? Surf... So, okay, it's like... some sort of offensive Blissey versus defensive Starmie. Surf crit... No, there's certainly healing here. So I think T-Wave is the move. They actually... they got full Pyrid. Which wins me the battle after the Leech Seed chip, everybody. It's unprecedented. Lucky. Yes. It was lucky. You will be lucky in the next one. I will say to this. They've left before I could give my blessings of good fortune to them, and so now they will not get any good fortune. And after that auspicious gift from the heavens of a guaranteed victory, I think it is about time for Scrandle. What's the asynchronous saying? Something stupid, I bet. I have never been more asynchronous in my life. Well, get desynced, fool. Get desynced, idiot. You're vanished. I vanished you. You're no one. Fish fingers and mushy peas hot dog, mate. I've got to click on it because I've got to get one for Gromit, mate. I've got to get one for Gromit. He wants one. Egg yolk onigiri or the roast beef sandwich with potato crisps. I don't care if it's 80 cents. I don't want to eat egg yolk and rice. I don't eat that. That's yucky. Garbage plate or burger. Well, I think garbage plate. Burger looks terrible. I'm going garbage on that. Veggie loaded fries or sausage roll from Hell on Earth. This is in Australia. With no guacamole. Okay, I can see that. I'm clicking on it. It's better than sausage from hell. Hot dog or chicken tikka dirty fries? Gotta go chicken tikka dirty fries. Gotta. That looks actually good. Black and gold cream puff with banana cream in a pastry topped with fudge sauce. Looks like a delightful treat. But the chicken tikka wrap, man, how good is chicken tikka? That's a great food. You can't go wrong. Chicken tikka goes crazy. I'm clicking on it. Oh yes, it's a winner. Tropero with pork belly and scratchings or the fish burger. Dare I click on the fish burger? No. I didn't like the look of that. I didn't like the look of... I don't know what pork scratchings are or what's up with that. We have loaded fries on the left with some chicken schnitzel or something similar. Or the gogosi. Loaded fries must win. Looks solid. The sausage chippered curry sauce butty mate. Or the chicken burger for 8 quid with... It's got bacon and it looks crispy. It's got it all. I gotta click on that. That's a good looking... And it's almost bordering on too much stuff in the burger, but it's actually alright. It's actually got a decent balance. The red Leicester-filled sausage roll or the cauliflower wings. No, the sausage roll actually wins this one. A rare sausage roll victory. Sausage, chicken, and bacon skewers are looking like a delight. Freshly barbecued. Or the sausage and hash brown baguette, which actually I would be fine with that, but it's, I mean, $1.40 for the freshly charcoaled barbecue skewer looks like a deal if I've ever seen one. Looks delightful. A 9 out of 10 Scrandle is relatively auspicious. I failed to click on the Tropero. It's a disgrace. 1v1 matchups never before seen in human history. King Kong versus heart disease. Who would win? No, it's not who would win. Who's Google searched more often? I think heart disease? King Kong is a famous film, but I don't know if people are Googling it that much, whereas people might be Googling heart disease. No, they love the King Kong fanatics. The King Kong is... Harry Potter is probably defeating heart disease, unfortunately. Heart disease is a more important thing to Google than Harry Potter, but... alas. They're doing it anyway. Harry Potter, I think, is going to beat Engagement Ring. It's a large franchise. People like it. And they say that I sound like Snape. The comment is they're always saying it. I don't sound like Snape. I don't. Don't say that to me. Don't compare me with that freak. Harry Potter's not even good, and you would compare me to a Harry Potter character. I don't want that. I want not that. I want something other. I think Engagement Ring is going to beat Vietnam War. Yeah. Michael B. Jordan. He starred in Sinners. I don't really know much else about him. I'll click on him. He's at Star. 3 mil. Spotify Gaming. Ken Carson versus Kid Cudi. Okay, I know Kid Cudi. I know him and therefore he wins. Ken Carson. Well done, Ken. You got 5.9 mil. That's very, very good in this the current climate. Travis Scott was in the damn Odyssey, man. I think he's a sensation, and he beats Kid Cudi. Yeah. I think he's very popular. The Kid Laroi. I don't know him. I think he has some popular song, and I've heard his name, but I don't know which song it is, and I don't know him. Dare I say Travis wins this one? Is he a one-hit wonder, the Kid Laroi? I think he's got one song. I'll click on him. Travis defeated. Travis was the better. I had it right the first time. Lizzo. I've heard of Lizzo. But I don't know which song she does. No, they hate Lizzo. They hate her. The Goo Goo Dolls? I don't know about that. I think you beat 11 mil. The Goo Goo Dolls are the latest sensation. If you don't know them, you're an idiot. You're being left behind. 2012. We were warned. I watched this when I was a teenager on a flight. And it was horrible. 2012 is garbage. In 2012, somehow like the world just starts exploding, and the guy's driving, and he's just missing the earth shattering before his car. It's insane. It's a stupid film. Indiana Jones surely destroys. 5.9. Against the Ice, starring Nikolai Coster-Waldau, who is that's Jamie Lannister. I've never heard of it. It's a Netflix film. It's probably garbage. It's probably nothing. 6.5. Liam Neeson. Blacklight. They're gonna need more men. Don't know this one either. It's gonna be a 6.7. It's a 6.7. No, it's a 4.9. Ah, damn it. Star Wars. I think it's gonna clear a 5. Yeah. Even though this was not well received, it's gonna clear a 5. Captain America: Civil War. They loved this one at the time. It was considered bold. It was considered artistically bold for superheroes to be fighting with one another. Yes, it's a 7.8. It's considered a modern classic, even though I don't know about that. One after Magna Carta, as if I could ever make such a mistake. Never. Never. Lee Harvey Oswald's wedding ring. No, Magna Carta. 21 mil. 118,000 for Lee Harvey Oswald's wedding ring. They don't want Lee Harvey's possessions. They don't want that. Michael Jordan is a winner. Justin Bieber's hair. Gifted to Ellen DeGeneres. No, man. I don't want that. I don't want that. It's a mere 40,000. It's nothing. It's nothing. Napoleon's hair? If Napoleon's hair doesn't beat Justin Bieber's hair, that's crazy. That doesn't add up. Napoleon's hair destroys Justin's. Napoleon's tooth, however, is considered dirt. Napoleon's tooth is nothing. Napoleon's hair? Smart. They love Napoleon's hair compared to his tooth. The hair is more valued than the tooth. It's true. It's all true, everybody. Michael Phelps, gold medals, or miles a dog can smell. I got faith in the dog. 23 gold medals, Michael. Calm yourself. I had faith in the dog and they failed me. 12 miles is impressive. That's very good. Countries in the world is a lot. Time zones in Russia. It would be 11. There would be 11. Shark attacks per year. I think the Sharks can beat a score of 11. Yeah. The Sharks have 65. That's really not that many per year. That's a pretty low amount. The Sharks need to be better. Letters in the longest word in the Oxford. A mere 45. What did I get? A new PB? No. A mere 20. A mere 20. It's always the Spotify streams that destroys me on this one. I will never get a 25, I don't think. It will never happen. Anyway, chatters, thank you. No super chats this time, but we have We have individuals in the asynchronous saying such things as, for example, you call yourself Jimothy Gaming and yet there are no games present. You're just Jimothy browsing on your browser. They hate the concept of a browser game. They hate it. They hate Papa's Pizzeria. They think it's less than dirt. Everybody, we must acknowledge the truth that Papa's Freezeria is not a real game, and neither is Stick RPG. These are fake games. They're browsers. I'm just browsing something. I'm a browser. Well, on that note, screw all of you and bye-bye. Bye-bye to all of you freaks.